Hello everyone and welcome back to the techystack channel. So this topic is related to the VBA. So in the last session, we get to know, we learned how we can connect PowerPoint with the help of VBA. So now today we'll see how we can create the shapes and how can we get the shape of the names and how we can rename the shapes. So the topics is three things: how to create a shapes by manually first thing, and later how we can loop all the shapes in a slide. Okay, and finally we can check how we can rename rename the shapes. So here this one we can go with the code, and shapes we can create with this code, but as of now we are going with this manual things. So now let me run this code and it will open on PowerPoint. So here I will create this document, the shapes here. So if you want to create any shapes, just go to this insert. Okay, and under this you can see the shapes. So if I want to get the shape, so you can like this. So after copy and paste, how many shapes you want, you can create this. Okay, so now I created the shapes. So this is a manually I did. So if you want, you can create with the code as well. That one will see the later part. So now we got these shapes. So now I want to loop all the shapes and I want to get the name of the shapes. For example, if you see this has some name and this has a some name. So similar way we have these five shapes are there. So we need to get five shapes of the names. Okay, so for that we need to write the small snippet of the code. So for that, I'm taking again for each activity. So, okay, for each shapes in where we want to get shapes in the PPT slide. So just take PPT. It's not coming. PPT slide dot shapes. Okay, this is the syntax to get all the shapes, and I'm just displaying the message box. So I want to display all the shapes in the message box one by one. So now here shapes dot name. Okay, after that I need to close this loop. So this is a small syntax, so which we get all the shapes. For example, if I have the three slides, so it will look for all the slides in once. All the shapes in the first slide, and it will go to the next and tab. So now I will run this one. So now it's open here, and now it will loop each and everything. So now I will give the so the first shape is a title dot name. So let me go and check where the title name dot is it. So if you want to check that, activate any of this shape. For example, you can activate any one of the shape and go to home. Under that home you can see the select option. So just expand the select option and you can see this selection pan. So just enable that selection pan. So once you enable that, so we can see this all the shapes names. So for example, if I create one more shape, so we can see this shape. Okay. So now here I have the five shapes. So I got this title dot name. So when I go and check here, so let me show here. Okay, this already first thing has been done. So now I will go for the second one. So when I check, so oval one. So the shape name is oval and the name as the oval one. It's got created. And similar way, it will look for the all. So let me put all here. So now it will got for the oval 2 and oval 3 and oval 4. So I want to till up to there. So now we get to know how we can loop this each and every shape. So this is a small syntax of this code. So this is the thing. So for each shapes, so if you want, you can make any name of this one for counter or X, whatever it may be. So for a good practice purpose, we can make it a shape or shapes. So this is a small syntax we write. So now this topic also completed. How we can loop all the shapes. So now how we can change rename of the particular shapes. For example, so just activate here and go to here right side. So if you go and just right click here or else double click. So if you want to change this name, just update here. Um, I will make it as shape one and I will make this shape two and shape three and finally shape 4. So why this will helps now? So we are working on another project. For example, if you get the shape 1, so I want to update some value in the shape 1. Okay, and this is for the shape 4. So now all has done. So I'm saving this one. So now we'll check. So what type of data we'll get here. So let me stop this and I will execute advanced. So now PPT has been opened and we got this title name, shape 4. So because it will create the order. For example, if you have shape 1, it will come one by one, or sometimes it might be the disorder. It might become any one of them. So now for example, just assume that. So here I want to display only the shape 4. So if shapes dot name equals to, so what I want to display, so I want to get only this one name. Let me go shape 4. So if I want to display only the shape 4, so then I need the one small condition, if condition. So I'm updating here. If shape 4 is equals to shape 4, then I want to print this message box, else I don't want to print message box. So now let me update its if condition here, end if. So this is a syntax, end if. So if you kept a end or end if, it is fine. So now I will close this one. So now the target is just if my shape is equals to 4, then I want to display the message box, else I don't want to display the message box. So let me close this and I will run this one. So if when I go on check output here, so I got the display only for the shape 4. So this is a way how we can work with, and going for that we will write. So based on that, what condition, what which for example, just assume that here I want to update the only date, and I have the some same columns. I have multiple are there. So based on that, what we need to do. So when you go and check, I have some data on the Excel file. So how we can fetch that data from the Excel part side, and how we can update in the each particular shape. So shapes means just forget about this is a oval shape. So whatever the shape it come, for example, a rectangular shape is there, or maybe some other shape is there. So this shape I make created as a date. So let me tell me one. Let me tell one thing. So if this is equal to date, then I want to update today's date. When the bot is running on that you want to update a particular date. So these things we'll discuss going forward. I hope you understand these things. So still, if you want, I mean, if you have any doubts, please share your valuable feedback on the comment sites, and any doubts, share on the comment sites. I will try to help you.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.